Hello to anyone watching this video. It's been a long time, since I've ever made this video, a video like this. If you kind of know who I am, it's been a month, a month. I was sitting in bed after work. I was looking at my YouTube channel, right? I was like, wow, I have 10K views. That's kind of crazy. And I saw my last uploaded video, and it was a month ago. So I was like, yeah, let's do this, because I think it's time to talk about things that are on my mind again. So I think I'm gonna start posting every single day and try to, and at least attempting to. I probably will, cause yeah. But something I want to talk about was, love. Love is kind of the reason why I started this YouTube channel. Is why I'm, talking and trying to get out to the world and about my message, and But love, when you chase love, it doesn't usually end well. It usually ends in a relationship that ends quickly, either quickly or painfully. And I've experienced both, frankly. So, and the thing is, the reason being is because we're not ready for love. Well, most people that are watching this video are not ready for love. If you click on this video, then you're not ready. Because if you're chasing love, if you're chasing a girl, if you're chasing, okay, when I mean this, I mean saying, oh, there's a girl, there's this one girl on Instagram, or it's saying, there's one girl in my class, and you chase her, saying oh, I'm gonna add her Snapchat, do all these things, you're not ready for, because when the true love comes, you don't have to chase it, you just have to not necessarily put no effort, but putting in that finding true love is more, it comes natural. It comes to you when you're ready. It comes to you when you're whole, because love isn't like a necessity, but it's rather a gift, something to add on, It's like a birthday present, you already have your family, you already have your friends near you, and that birthday present is just something that you get, as on top of who you are, It's like you already have everything you want, but you get another thing, And people treat love like it's something you need, it's something like an end goal, but it should be something that you get naturally, something that comes your way as you go on into your goals, as you want to become a better person. And that was a big problem with me, because when I first got into high school, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna find my true love here, I'm gonna chase it. And I was saying this when I was a kid who didn't have no goals in mind, who was weak-minded, who played video games all day, that wasn't me, And I found a girl, I chased her a lot, and I got her. And we dated for 10 months, but then she cheated on me. And I solely believe the reason of that is because I chased it. Because it didn't come naturally, and I was forcing it to be something that it wasn't, Because I was like, oh, she loves me, but in reality, she's just, no. I know, when I mean that, I'm saying, oh, she wants to be with me the rest of my life, or oh, she wants to do that. I'm making it into something that I thought was truly something special between us, but it was only special between me, you know what I mean? Then, second relationship, I didn't notice this. I noticed I was also chasing things, I remember I'm not proud of either. I added a bunch of girls to Snapchat and talked to ones, I kept asking my friends, my friends that were girls, to set me up, and one girl set me up, if there's one girl who I dated for 10 months, 10 months, and let me tell you, didn't end well too. She cheated on me, and and I solely believe that reason is because of lust, because I was lusting. I was not whole, I was Christian then, but I wasn't that man who God saw to be ready for, that, and I wasn't ready for it. And when you're not ready for it, God throws love at you, but it's not true love, it's just love, that artificial love, which makes it feel like it, and which makes you feel like it's a real thing. But then he often squishes it. It makes and uses it to make you a better person. Some people don't go through that. Some people just don't have girlfriends and find themselves, and that's okay. But most of us live in a different reality where we get a girlfriend, we find a girl we like, and then something happens, and then we learn from it and become somebody more whole, makes us more mature, makes us more stronger. You know what I mean? So there's a couple of things that to know, like, when you're ready. And I think the best, not the best, but let's say the number one thing is lust. Because if you keep lusting, if you keep thinking about her body, if you keep thinking about girls and just their bodies, and like what's like that feeling of lust, that temptation, if you keep feeling that, you're not ready at all. If you still do that stuff, you're not ready. And if you keep falling into temptation, you're not ready. And when God sees that, he pushes love farther away from you. Why? Because he knows you're not ready. Because anyone who lusts is not ready for something for God's daughter that he created for you. But if you keep lusting, if you keep manipulating that image of her, and God sees that, you're not ready. So he pushes her away, even though you guys were meant for each other. See, lust doesn't care about you. It doesn't care. All it cares about is if you give into it, and that's how it feels filled. So if you keep giving into it, you're not ready for love, and that's why you're never gonna find love. Maybe one day you will, but it's not gonna be the best you ever feel. Third thing is your goals. If you don't have your goals as your main priority, your dreams, your main ideal person of you, if you don't have that, you're not ready for anything. That's the number one thing you need to take care of. Because the thing is, we live life, and we just live life expecting something's gonna happen, something like destiny, fate is gonna control our lives. We're just gonna be okay one day, but in reality, that's not it. And you're maybe asking, how is that doing any of love? Because when you don't have a goal like that, when you don't have a priority like that, that girl, that relationship becomes your main priority, and that's not good. Like I said before, it should be like a gift, something to add on to you as a whole person, and if solely, like, if she's gonna be your main goal, then you're not ready, because you're gonna devote your life to her, you're gonna devote everything to her. And do you know how devastating that is for you? What about you? I remember every single time I said, I love you more than myself. I always said that to her. I solely believe that I did. And we all think we do. But in reality, that's what destroys us. The last thing is, like, we're not usually whole when we try to find love. Especially when we're young, we're not very whole. We're not very, ready for love. Because it's hard. And it's hard to control how we feel sometimes. And that's just hard for me a little bit. Because I care a lot about love, but yeah. And I think a lot of things come down to, I think the biggest thing about love is, the biggest thing before you find love is you have to be alone, Because when me and my girlfriend broke up, that was kind of the biggest part, I was always alone. I was always alone, man. Like, she was the only person that made me feel like I didn't need anybody else, you know. And I was alone. And I always ask my friends, hey, do you think we can hang out? Because I was alone and, well, sorry about my volume, but I was like, hey, do you think we can hang out? And they said no. And I always feel devastated because I'm always alone. And I think being alone helped me the most through my relationship, you know, and to help me finding myself. Because when you're alone, you kind of understand who you want to be, what your goals want to be, and who you truly are. Because it felt being alone, I don't think I'd ever be able to find myself that I wanted to be. Cause I'm the strongest person I could be, the most strongest minded person I could be, the best person I could possibly be, you know. And being alone means, you know, isolating yourself. When people ask, hey, you want to hang out? You say no sometimes. Because every time someone asks me, I always said, yeah, I'm down, even if I didn't want to do it. And my friend's like, hey, do you want to go to my house at like 12 a.m. in the morning? I was like, I got work tomorrow, but I don't want to be alone. So I went. And do you know how horrible that was for me? And I started saying no. I started isolating myself, you know, not in a way where I was like, I'm depressed, you know. I meant in a way like, sorry, I thought someone was coming, but in a way where, like, I don't need somebody with me to feel full, you know. I can look at myself in the mirror and look at myself being alone, and I'm like, oh, I'm right where I want to be, you know, where I don't have to post on my Instagram every single month saying I'm with my friend, you know, or having an Instagram full picture of my friend, you know. It's not how life is, you know what I mean? So when you're alone, you find yourself full again, you know. That's where you truly find yourself. I think I'll make another video on that because I can talk about that for ages, man. But thinking about what I just said, stop chasing it. You know, I'm still learning how to stop chasing it, because every time I see a girl, I'm like, oh, like, what if it works out and I don't even know her? I don't even know her name. I don't even know anything about her. And it's been very hard for me, you know, like, seeing a girl and saying, like, I can't just forget about her. She's, you know, like, it's just hard. Yeah, I know it's probably hard for you, but I'm still going through it. We all still are, because we're human, of course. We don't just see a girl and not feel attracted if she's pretty or not, you know. But I'm gonna start posting more because I need to tell myself this. I need to improve my communication skills. I need to, you know, just say a lot more stuff about my life and what I think that needs to be taught around my YouTube channel. And love has been pretty hard for me lately. I met this one girl, and, you know, it's just, you know, like, when I say I want to stop chasing love, I always find this one girl, and this time it was this one girl who I think is really gorgeous. She's very funny. I can tell that she really likes me. I always make her laugh all the time. She laughs a lot at my jokes, but no matter what happens, I think it's better off if I just let go of her, you know. Like, we just hung out last night with a couple of friends, and, you know, I think it's time to let go, you know, and I think you should too, because we're all in this, man. One day it'll work out. Maybe when I'm ready we can talk, but I think I need to stop chasing love. Alright. Peace.